Hey y'all, what's up? It's another episode of Dooley Harris Presents. I got one of my favorite guests in. It's been a little while. We've been talking here and there. Um, they had a rebirthing of such, which it was he kind of messed me up. We were talking through via text messages, and he was like, "You know what? I believe in God now." And I was like, "What?" Now, with that being said, I'm gonna let him continue that story because he totally caught me off guard. I'm like, "What?" It was a text message, but my jaw dropped. But go ahead, Candy.
Some that I had, it was a book. Uh, God, Gold Oil. Well, it is a book, Gold, Oil, and Drugs. So saw that, and everybody who always talking about the God bullshit, I would say bullshit. Like I read that book and I said, man, I believe in God now. And everybody was like, wow, wow, wow. Gold, oil, and drugs. That's what keeps this world going around. Because when you look at the reality of it and go back in time from Snowfall, the Iran Contra, DeLorean, everybody goes back to the bag. So now look at America now. Look at America now. When marijuana was supposed to be the gateway drug, now it's socially accepted all over the world. Went back to the bag.
And going.
Shit crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like the bag is look at how whoever's sending the fentanyl is making so much money off our country, and our country is really a nation of dope fiends. So whoever is a hustler, you always gonna win. Because
Yeah,
we
but they,
got a
they make they
nation of
make
junkies.
they make stiffer penalties, but somebody's there to take that spot. That don't matter.
And you know something? When I sit back, when I caught my Fed case, and they was hitting us with the crack law and stuff like that. And for those out there that didn't know, still dibbling and dabbling. So now these motherfuckers running around with this meth shit and these fentanyl pills and stuff like they M&Ms, and somebody die, you getting a life plus life, and they still gambling with their lives. These ain't no 10-year bits these boys playing with, a 5-year bits. These are you out the gene pool, literally.
Hey, it's 2026 and people still willing to take that risk.
You know something, bro? When you don't know much, you can't do much. Because most young guys is even running around with that bag in their pocket or their hand, don't even know the consequences of what they playing. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but yeah. I
So,
mean, how can you? I don't know. If you in the game, you should be aware of the game.
I'm gonna say the same thing that you say. That comes from a thinker, but most people are just doers. They see somebody else doing something and they want to do it. How you do that, man? Oh, this, that, and other. It's easy, bro. They off to the run.
And then be the same ones
They,
fainting when they sentenced and stuff like that,
they,
going off, throwing chairs and stuff like that.
exactly. Exactly, because it takes for you to get in a confined area to now realize that damn, you didn't threw your life away, and you didn't sign on the dotted line for some bullshit, and you can't even see it till it's too late. So it's like, and see, you look at it like this: consequences like that, it really ain't hitting nobody until the train stops on their toe.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah,
with,
yeah.
because with now in today's society, when people are running around killing people from a fist fight on social media and stuff, that defers the consequence level in a person's mind. If you looking at it from like uh Faces of Death. Remember that movie that DVD that came out way back in the 80s?
I remember that.
To see something like that petrified yo, it kind of
It
touched you.
desensitized you as well, though.
No, no, back then it didn't desensitize you if you didn't see it often. Now, when you sit back and watch kids do all the stuff on TV, just regular CBS with a commercial, they killing people and stuff. That's the desensitization of what. we living now how youth they they didn't have this in the playground. They get it on TV. So they think they can just run up on somebody like this with their chest in when you get socked in your motherfucking mouth because your guard ain't up. I'm telling
Or shoot,
that part. And then you look at it like with us in our era, how they were saying it was dangerous to have a gun with over 12 rounds or 15 rounds and stuff. Now these motherfuckers running around with enough guns to hold off a small motherfucking army at whatever four-way stop you wanted it.
drums.
Ron can handle the front, back, rear, side to side, and whatever coming, they laying it down. And I'm
Yep.
like, whoa, whoa, and then on top of that, they not shooting but 9 millimeters or 40 cal. They shoot motherfucking armor piercing bullets, high velocity. And I'm like, this shit is wild. But then you want to say a felon can't own a firearm in Beirut.
Yeah, you can. Do it. No, you can't. But those are the safest places. Go to Canada.
But it's like it's it's all in you. When I sit back and I look at America now, everybody done got scared of each other, where each one's supposed to teach one, and we supposed to protect our neighbor, to where it's like people looking for a reason to dump a clip in their neighbor. Shit crazy,
Well,
man.
no, it appears that way. I don't know the psychology of it, but it looks a lot like it. So I'm gonna call if it looks like a duck, I'm gonna call it a duck.
And that shit is crazy to me how I look at people and like as I scroll through social media and stuff, and it's like me personally, if I spend $600-700 for a firearm, I'm gonna use it for practice and stuff and to protect myself. But I really hope I don't have to plug them niggas because I don't want to throw this $600 away.
Right, right,
And
right.
I'm looking at some of these guns is upwards of $1,000+ and you just spent all this money and then decorated with these sights and triggers and squeezed lemons and all this extra shit to give it away because you got mad at a motherfucker because he cut you off.
Man. So, man. And then people I've seen personally myself, traveling from where I'm at to like through the 94, like from where I'm at now to Detroit. I've seen the incidents myself. So I've seen the state police closing down a section of the highway, road rage incidents, and I'm thinking like you don't even know that person. What drove you to be that angry to do something like that? You can't even hear each other. Only thing you heard was
See,
the
that's this right here.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
they
yeah,
killing each other.
yeah. Off of that.
And it,
And
and it
and
gets me so much like sometimes just say for instance if you pull out slow or for instance you drop your phone or you have a mistake where you veer over into the next lane on somebody and I don't care how you say I apologize or even say the word I hate I'm sorry just to get them to shut the fuck up they carry it on through three lights.
and then you know what I did find out though? That person that did that had some issues. And then when a lot of people take their frustrations out on anybody when an opportunity unfolds.
Mm.
When they going through something, having a bad day, somebody do something messed up. Generally, you'll be like, okay, all right, you messed up, but all right, okay, cool. No, I'm finna take this out on you. That's the way they look at it.
We dealing with a whole nother society.
I
And I've
mean,
been going, I've been going back as well too, bro. And some episodes back when I met the young guy that who I wanted to beat the shit out of on Christmas, and he told me no, nobody taught him how to be a man. And from that point there, I deal with a lot of these young cats, and I look at them like that. And like a young cat had told me the other day, we were supposed, well, this was a couple weeks ago, we were supposed to do something together. And I'm asking them pertinent questions about the job that's supposed to be done. The little faggot motherfucker gonna tell me I'm irritating him and hung up on me. I wanted to beat the brakes off that bitch ass boy.
Hey. I deal with stuff like that, man. Like I understand wholeheartedly what you're saying. Like you can't express your frustration. So that phrase right there, I mean, I get it. And I deal with that a lot. But I'm like, and it's a lot of times I'll be like, man up. Like that's not manly of you to do that or act like that.
You know, I truly wanted to spit in his motherfucking face, but I said I can't dis demasculate another brother that don't know much and been raised by a woman. So, it's like it's a hard fight to fight when you talking to these grown ass boys. You know, it's very hard because the way they talk and interact, they don't. I've come to the term to see that they don't see is disrespectful when they act like a little bitch. So I just learned how to just hey, not show up to every fight, as you would
Hey,
say.
we talked about that before. Yeah. Hey, you was the one that showed up at every fight though. So, I mean, that's actually you being here right now. I'm gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna listen. And
Yeah.
certain things I'm here for the opportunity. Your growth is in a sense mine. You know what I'm saying?
You
It's,
know, I'm gonna say truth because, like, I was talking to Doug a couple days ago, and I see it verbatim as everything. Through our life, everybody signed up. When we came out, everybody kept saying what they wasn't gonna be and this, that, and other. Then as you start elevating through age and life, if you as you get into different job situations and so-called titles to society, everybody lose a piece of themselves. Do they get to be in a shell of a person that's supposed to represent something? And I say everybody calls back on me because I'm that same project nigga that y'all met back then. I ain't gonna change. I don't give a fuck how old I get, what I do. I would think and put myself in the situations that everybody else gonna move through society, but I'm still gonna get it like a project nigga. Because at the end of the day, don't nothing change, but the people. Because everything that I was doing 20 years ago, 30 years ago is prevalent now. The players just changed, and then now in those same situations, the chances I took then I wouldn't take now, but I know the game. And it goes back to a saying we said some months ago. We was talking in a conversation, and I said what Ben Harbor taught us how to do was hide in plain sight. So with that ability of being able to hide in plain sight, recognize everything, and apply with and adapt quicker than a roach. That's why we're some of the most dangerous people in the world. We get outside the nest.
yeah, yeah. But it's a blessing nonetheless.
It is, and it's just how you apply what you was taught to your life is gonna work because look at a lot of stuff that people were taught that shit don't even apply in today's matrix. It ain't shit that I learned in school that applies to today's matrix.
Nothing,
But
not
it, but
one
it,
thing.
but, but everything I learned on the streets does. Make that make sense.
Yeah, and the funny part is, not to get off subject, kids can't count change.
Woo! Speak on it. Speak on it. I love fucking them up with that one. I love fucking them up with that one. And they be sitting there, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's $13.43." They be looking at me. I'm like, "You got to be the dumbest motherfucker in the world."
Man, not only, man, I just be like, look, come on, like simple mathematics. But they can talk about money, stacking money, keeping money, a bag, and everything. That's the basic essential first and foremost.
And you know something, bro? As I look at this, people are caught up on the illusion of having money. Don't nobody want to have money.
It sounds good.
It sounds good. That's what I've been watching with a lot of people because ain't no way in fuck I'm gonna get no job, no more motherfucking effort than I'm gonna get my motherfucking hustle. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. And I see the latter with everybody else. They'll look at a hustle sideways, but you go give them motherfuckers 40 hours of your week for $200. But you can sit there and think on how to make 500 in 2 days. You got to be a dumb motherfucker. Go ride that wave, you idiot.
Yeah, 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 and they do. No questions asked.
I watch it. I see it every day. I just watch everybody and I hear their conversation about when the person trying to sell me on how much they got going on and the side hustle and this, that, and the other. I'm like, shit, when do you got time for you? When do you got time for you?
Actually,
I see.
kind of froze up.
So when I
No, I was just saying, actually, this episode,
guess who just hit me?
ooh,
We in a podcast. Yuli. She calling me right now. Hold on a second. Oh, and he said, man, Candy, what? I was talking
you
to
was
Dad a
talking to,
few weeks ago, and he said, and he was like, man, Candy, why you used to take your front wheel off and wheel your bike? And I was like, bro, it was for focus. It was for focus. It was like, cause couldn't nobody else do it, so couldn't nobody else beat me. So it wasn't about beating nobody else. It was beating my best. And then it was like a lot of people don't know. Like when I sit back and look at people, don't challenge themselves to focus. If you don't challenge yourself to focus, you're always gonna be stagnated. And that challenge was when you're on that bike with no front wheel. If you go too fast and that motherfucker start going forward, you can't recover to bring it back up. So you're gonna eat some motherfucking concrete.
yeah.
If you're going too fast and it go back, you can't run it out. So you're gonna eat some concrete. So now you gotta stay focused to keep a steady pace and a rhythm to keep that bike up where you can control it to where it ain't going too fast, where you kick it out underneath from under your safety, or if it start falling forward, you can ride it back out and kick it out from under you. So that takes a lot of focus and balance
I was
to
just to say
stay on
balance
that
is in
from
there too. Yeah,
literally.
yeah, yeah.
Now look, literally from BJ's to the mall and back.
Man.
You see, you see what I mean?
And then you got stuff going around you. You got pedestrians walking on the sidewalk.
Exactly.
You got cars going. You got all this stuff around you. You got to stay. Yeah.
So that was a challenge to all those senses to stay focused on what I'm focused on. And it's like, it was almost like juggling some on my nose, holding some on my nose while I'm juggling.
Right.
And these are, you know, and when I sit back and I look at it, these are the challenges that are taken out of the kids today that they senses ain't there. Because now we don't have, like sports ain't really like sports like it used to be. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because the kids don't have that when you grow up like that, riding bikes, slipping and jumping and stuff, you get a natural ability to where you develop cuts, you develop skills to do stuff, and then so when you apply it in that world, it fucks everybody up. But it's something that you've been doing forever on the bike, on the big wheel, and things of that sort that you just incorporate into another field. And when you look at it, that's people throwing techniques and everything. By having
Um.
little kids, I watch all this stuff now.
No. See. That put me in the whole dimension too. Dimension. I learned how to juggle, and then after I got good at it, I was like, why? My thing was I was trying to focus. what better focus? Okay, I did two balls. Or let me rephrase that. I'm juggling apples. Did two apples. Let me throw another apple in there. Three apples I'm juggling. Okay, I mastered that. Now let me do two apples, one hand. Let me get that right. Okay, I got that down. Three apples, one hand. You know, but it improved my focus. My whole point. It was like a focus exercise. 'Cause at the end of the day, I'm
See,
like showing people. They're like, "What the fuck you learn that for?" I'm like, I don't know.
but see, now look at no, no, this is what you learn for. Because remember how I said earlier, you the kingpin of your now look at how you can cut something up and do this at the same time. Where everybody else like looking at it like amazing. No, that's that dexterity that you built up from that skill to where you can do two things at once simultaneously that only a handful of people can do. So what you were doing, it seemed stupid back then, but it better you now because not only does it because it helps you be able to see things and run things easy. Something that would take the average person a week to do, you can do it after looking over somebody's shoulder for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
And those be those
and
key. Go
that's
ahead.
what I
Go ahead.
realized. That's exactly what I realized. So there was a why. It was something that stimulated my brain to the point to where I
Hmm.
was, okay, I can do this. I can. Hey, what about this? And it was kind of fun too, but it was for me. It wasn't for anybody else. So when I showed people, I wasn't like, damn, that's messed up. But I was just like, well, shoot, I learned something.
Yeah, that's what the William for was for me because when I got on my bike, it was freedom. Because like you say, once you juggling, it's freedom because you can't worry about a phone, you can't worry about nothing. Your timing got to be right. If your timing off, this motherfucker gonna fall. And I decided to pick up some heavy shit that will break. That's what your mind's saying. I'm trying to be cute, and I got this motherfucker, so I gotta keep my timing right.
Yeah,
These ain't no orange. So it takes your mind off. So then once you get over that fear of dropping it, now you're in your rhythm. And that's what a lot of people can't do because when they go into anything, the key thing is they go into the fear factor. No, once I told this motherfucker in here, I ain't scared no more. Go, 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 go. Hmm. But it makes me think about Scooby, little Scooby, all them. The same rhythm, the same grunt. So I see why we great. But then it's like with me being taken out, look at how the thinking part left. The Scooby, the thinking part leaving because now you ain't got nobody that's not only am I challenging you physically, I'm challenging you mentally. Why did you take that step? That way would have been shorter. That's why little Scooby so good. Made him think and
I had the
decided,
pleasure of meeting him for the first time as an adult at Charlene's funeral.
whoa, 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 let's bag the fuck up. Let's back. Charlene, you can pass.
Wow, man. Yeah, man.
When did I miss this? When nobody call me?
I was kind of fucked up. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought
Wow,
everybody would
I'm
have got the
fucked
word
up. I'm fucked up. How long Charlene been gone?
since I want to say October.
Yeah, I do social media for when I go on social media, bro. All I look at is RVs and little laugh things, and then I get off of it. I'm about 20 minutes on, so I don't be up on nothing. I'm gonna have to quit
Yeah,
that.
man. She brung the whole city out though. It was beautiful.
Mm.
Very beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like people put their differences aside. Wasn't no beef. Wasn't no mess. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looked great. Everybody did great. It was everything was beautiful.
That would hurt. Mm.
Yeah, man. I thought I assumed you knew.
I'm gonna have to get on Scooby about that one.
He was there.
Yeah, I might have to get him because then nobody even informed me that that she had. Uh, I didn't even know to this point right here.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. Scooby was there.
Queen
I
was sick.
mean, it was fast the way it happened. It was a type of cancer or whatever, but it happened so fast. She looked well and everything. The next thing you know, it was done.
Sure. You know, some bro, it's a lot to do with the food that they feeding us and the medicine that they giving us. I'm seeing it with, I got a chance to go down to see Pat Kimball. He had a stroke and stuff. Got a chance to work with him and got him back better and stuff. And it's like things that we eating and ingesting is fucking us off, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn.
You did not know?
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, that was
Shit.
heartbroken to me
You
because that
know,
was that was my
that was
mom before my mom.
that what I'm saying. That's one of the favorite aunties. Hey, Charlene, she'll she'll check your ass and get out in the yard and fight with the best of them with you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then come right back in the house and get on your ass and put your ass on punishment.
And then the meals though, man. Like she never turned nobody away, man.
It was endless. You know something, man? That's one thing I experienced from the Harris family is growing up. All my aunties and uncles and cousins, I got the best of brother, cousin, auntie, mama out of any and all of them. Because any of the cousins, if you were sideways, they gonna become superior adult and get on your motherfucking ass. If you any of the cousins would be big brother, big sister, they gonna guide you through a scenario and best believe you had a guardian that will fight to the end with your motherfucking ass. Whatever situation y'all
Oh no,
in,
no, no.
y'all
We've
gonna
been
fight it
all
out.
up and down through it. Yeah, hell yeah.
We gonna fight through it, goddamn it. If we're here with you, goddamn it, we come together, we leaving together. That's it, that's all.
Absolutely. And that's what makes me smile, through everything, somebody out there knowing that this beautiful soul spirit, it's a part of who we all are.
But you know something though, bro? I think all of us, we the last that generation and the new generation, it's hard to give it to them because they're not receptive of it.
I agree. I agree. But it's easier for me with kin folks and stuff like that. Strangers on the street, you know, I have to chalk it up. I can't even be mad at a single youngster for the simple fact I get upset at their damn parents. That's who I want to ask something about. And then when you approach them and say anything to them, you get a full understanding. That's why this is like this, because you don't want to correct anything. You just want to keep things like, okay, well, my baby ain't did nothing.
Mm.
Okay. That's your baby forever. Of course, I get it. But right is right, wrong is wrong. So you have to, in these day and age, you have to actually pay attention to what you say and who you say it to, because the right thing said to the wrong person is discombobulated, misconstrued, everything. And me, I'm not finna argue, go back and forth with nobody when something is clearly wrong.
You know something, cuz my delivery always makes a motherfucker say, "You right." I just had
Correct.
this just I just had this just about a week ago. I came in, my buddy Mark, his buddy was here, and he kept making an analogy of the Jordans and the things and stuff. And I could, how I ask questions because I came from hustling, so I didn't understand the working world. And I kept trying to figure it out. And as he was explaining it to me, going on, and he said, "Man, OG, what's your thoughts?" I said, "Honestly, bro," I said, "My opinion is you're sucking socks." And he just dropped his head and said, through all that dramatical stuff for 20 minutes, 30 minutes explained to me, he dropped his head and said, You're right, OG. You're right. Because I'm like, I'm not gonna give you the sugar-coated version, and you telling me everything is going on, and you watching this man do it, and you can't do it. I don't give a fuck. It ain't snitching. If hold the fuck up. If I'm getting reprimanded for it, he gonna get it too. That ain't snitching, motherfucker. I see the line around this motherfucker, and guess what? If we gonna get fired, I'm whooping his ass in the parking lot. So both of us gonna be gone.
Yeah,
That's
but
my outlook
that's
on
the
life.
thing though. That's the thing though. You know how to handle things and where to handle things, when and where to handle things, what needs to be handled. There's a lot of blind folks out here.
See
A
that.
lot of blind folks that that lead people. Not necessarily lead, but people they attract people, and they don't know no better to lead in the right direction. When I
Man, I
have
just
conversations with you, hear me out. When I have conversations with you, this is for self betterment. Whether I want to hear it or not, I accept it. You have to understand that everybody's not accepting to right things, wrong things. You can tell me go do this and go do that. That sound cool, but I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. If per se, if I want to some good advice, guess who I call? You. You know what I'm saying? Stay your ass out of shit if you don't want consequences for it, right?
true,
You know what I'm
true.
saying? So that's the way I'm living my life right now, and that's the
Man,
way I
that's crazy.
show other people.
That's crazy, because like you say, I do give a person because like you say, you give me an inch shit, I'm taking 2,000 miles, but I don't expect everybody to think like that. So I tell the next person, like you say, if you don't want the consequences, don't jump in it. I'm going shit. I got to see what's behind door number two. That's me.
Yeah, but see, when I see one, I'm like, I'm good. That's not the road I want to follow. I would change my whole career or anything else if I've seen anything foul or anything out the way that I can't get through. But if I could be an innovator, I'm there all the way. I'm innovating things. I make things better. But for as far as somebody saying like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I'm this, I did that," that is repulsive to me. It pushes me away from something so ignorant, and ignorance is like a poison. When you well of yourself, you understand that like this is not going to go good. And there's actually people looking up to this type of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It excuse me. It shouldn't be right, but it's law to the lost. I'm afraid that law to the lost.
Marcus told me something today. He said he couldn't work with no for nobody because it's 15 cents chasing the dollar. I said, whoa, that's a deep one.
It is
He
deep.
said, he said, whenever you working with somebody, it's 15 cents chasing the dollar. I said, whoa, that's a deep one. Never heard of that one, but it's deep. I may be saying it wrong. I'm gonna ask him again tomorrow, repeat it to you. But I remember that
Hey,
15 cents
hit
chasing
them
the
up
dollar.
because I think I can grasp that though. I think I can actually grasp that.
Yeah, I'm asking tomorrow because it was like, whoa, it was just like, because he was working for a landscaping company and the boss always had to find jobs and he was only making so much. Why this man making so much? And he said he always looked at it as 15 cents chasing the dollar. I was like, wow, that's a deep analogy. And I like that one.
Yeah. Trying to make a dollar out of 15 cents.
Yeah, that's probably where I heard it from and correlated with. Yeah, man. And it's like today's society, man. It's like, bro, think about it. We literally becoming cashless, man. As you said earlier, give one of these youngins some change, they'll lose their goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Now everything is so. When you ask somebody, you got cash app, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, and it's like, shit. Can you just give me some greenbacks?
So keep it simple, but
Yeah,
the
keep it
simpler
simple.
part. But the thing is, cash rules for the simple fact there's hidden fees in all these cards, all these apps. Somebody's getting rich off of it. And it's not us
Everybody, exactly.
that's using it. The app only exists because they're making money, right?
Correct.
We're only just staying afloat using those.
And you know what's crazy too? I have been playing with it. They getting us so dependent on these phones because I had put my cards on my phone, and I had one credit card. And then now it's so crazy that everything is getting compromised. You can bend and just use your card and you'll get a hit to somebody trying to use it for $275 before you even get out the gas station. So then when you call, they'll cut the card off and send you another one. And this just happened to me to the point where now I didn't have my bank card to where I had went to the airport to get some luggage to drop off. And when I tried to come out, I couldn't pay because the kiosk didn't take the tap by phone. So now I had to wait on somebody to come because I couldn't bag up over the strap, the thing that would blow the tires. So I had to sit there and wait on somebody to come to let me out. And I was like, wow, this shit got us so codependent on technology that when I took that card out of the equation, I got cash but can't even use it.
Yeah, no, definitely. What use is it then? You know what I'm saying?
That part, that part. It's like society is taking it to the point where shit, it's gonna be a cashless society. It's gonna be if
Oh
we
yeah,
look at
they
all
pushing
the
for that. Yeah, yeah. It's
look
damn there now. Pennies are out the market now.
and look at when you look at all the movies like Guardians of the Galaxy, all the space movies. Everything is contingent on credits. Credits, like what it's doing now. You fill up. This shit is it's crazy. Everybody thinks I think technology is hurting us more than it's helping us.
Yeah, it is. Well, no. When we get to this age bracket, we know how to maneuver and use it. But as far as learning goes, yeah, it hurts more than like the youngster people in school, stuff like that. Technology is actually doesn't help. Like I said, kids can't count change now.
Because I think with technology, it's good to retain information, but hands-on is the best.
And that is very, very true. I feel.
Because as I sent Doug this thing the other day on Facebook, where the mechanic talking about how he and do everything rather than power tools, and that is something because with experience, it's like thread and nut by feel. Because a new age mechanic will talk about, oh, I got to have on gloves. It's gonna take you 30 minutes to try to find that thread. Unlike with a bare hand, you can go right on there and feel that it been caught. And I look at those experiences of from somebody learning from looking at YouTube and never applying, or listening at ChatGPT and never applying. You never get that feel of that thread. The things of
Once you get
when
that
you
feel, a glove will work, but you need that feel.
yeah,
You got to know that
exactly,
feel.
exactly. And that's the thing of like we were saying about juggling and stuff. If you don't have that feel and that touch, you don't know that momentum of how high to flick that ball with the finger. So everybody looks at it like when somebody sees somebody with a crazy ass finger roll. No, he had a tall cousin that used to throw his shit. So he
Well, all the
developed that
time.
crazy
And
ass
then
flick.
exactly. And then that hook shot, that guy with the hook
Exactly.
shot that go to the park and be like, why is he shooting like that? And they all going in. His stuff got through down his fucking throat
Exactly. He got that tall ass cousin. He used to send his shit to the fence every time.
every time.
He wake up
So
thinking, wake up with nightmares.
man,
And
but for real though,
that
yeah,
that
that's
that's
definitely true.
That's technique. You always learn that. If you had a brother or a cousin or whatever that you spar with that always had that sneaky, you always knew how to duck that, and that's how somebody could never get that reach on you. You always was one up on somebody else, ducking that. And I see nowadays kids don't get those experiences. so they don't have that natural of when they hit some ice, how they feet can, and they almost hit the ground. They just fall because they're not playing touch football, kill the man with the football no more. All those different things that we play, and it's fucked up for this society now. So when I sit back and I listen to the twins, them being with their mom, all they ask, they biggest thing. I'm like, you having fun? We didn't go to the park, Dad. And I'm like, man, I didn't know a park meant that much to a kid, but it does.
I have to defer my opinion because it meant so much to me.
You know, we was
And I,
always adults, so I can't remember just a park exciting me.
man, Broadway Park. I became a legend in that motherfucker just
Yeah,
by shooting shots and stuff. Got shot at, but I hit my shots though.
who
Thank
didn't get
God
shot
none
at
of the
that Broadway
ones.
Park?
Thank God that none of the shots hit me, but I was shooting. You know what I'm saying? The ball. You know.
And Howard Park, all the spots, man. Not. I'm thinking about Milwaukee. I mean, what's that one on is that Union Field over by Galen
Union,
them people house? That's Union, right?
Union Park. Yeah.
Yeah, Union
Yeah,
Park.
it's on Union.
Yeah, that's Union Park. Yeah,
That was
yeah,
legendary too. That's why. That's
yeah,
where I actually got my skills from, playing with older folks and stuff like that.
yeah.
That's
Sure,
why
I
I
played
really,
with
really learned how to like maneuver around. Because if I'm like, oh, you gonna buy my beer today? I'm like, no, I'm not. I only got a quarter for a juice at the candy house. I'm finna hoop my ass off.
I'm gonna tell you where you really had to grunt it down there. That whole park.
Oh, park. Yeah, that's where they play
Yeah,
the games at. That's them the games.
you
Them the
had
games.
you had the grunt down there.
Man,
That was that grunt court.
yeah, well, it was like above the rim 2.0.
That part.
Yeah,
You if you
man,
stepped in that if you stepped in that gate, you better be ready for the war zone.
you got to be. You got to be. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Talking about home. Home is way different now, man.
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna go way back. The roller rink across the street from Gold Park back in the day. I forget the name of it.
It was called down the hill, right at the
Yeah.
bottom of the hill.
What the fuck was the name of that skating rink?
Uh, it wasn't Arthur's. It was damn, it was right at the bottom of the hill. They shut that bitch down. Hell was it?
That building ain't even there no more.
No, it's not.
What was the name of that motherfucker?
Damn, it was. Damn, I'm trying to think of it. It was right at the bottom of Jefferson Hill.
Yeah, you show right on the right hand. If we coming down Jefferson Hill, it's on the right. It was on the right hand side,
Yeah,
right on that
man.
corner.
Yeah. Damn, what was it?
Well,
That
we
bitch.
gonna have to inquire. We gonna have to inquire about that one. Because that man, that goes back.
Damn. Shit, look, I'm not gonna waste this episode trying to think about that. I'm gonna Google that shit when I get off of here. I'm gonna Google the hell out of it, cause man, I remember it. I do remember it. It
That's
wasn't
crazy.
Roxy's. It was. I'm
Roxy
naming
was a
off.
Roxy was a burger joint right
Yeah,
down there.
Burger
So
Joint.
you
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
area.
yeah.
Man, they had some fire ass burgers, bro.
Hell yeah, they did.
That was before I could eat meat. My dad used to work at Tuffy Muscles and he used to take me there for lunch. Man, them little motherfucking $1.50 burgers was fire.
Hell yeah, the motherfucking olive burgers.
All of them, the burgers, they were good.
Ate them.
All of them.
Where do? Man, I'm trying to think of the damn name. Fuck. But it was because it was right down by at the bottom of the hill on the left. And if you
Because if you
keep
come
right,
if you come out of Hall Park, you at that bottom part, you go right across the street at it.
and then it was a bar too. They had some good ass fucking food. Auntie Lottie Mae used to, and my mama used they used to take me there. It was a bar. Like, okay, leaving Whole Park, you're gonna make a left,
Mhm.
and the bar is on the left. You keep straight, you're gonna hit the roller rink gonna be on the right, and then Jefferson Hill gonna be on the left.
Wow.
Actually, it was the parents of some people I went to high school with. It was Zaytire, Lubna Zaytire.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Now I had to go back because that area didn't change so much. That area didn't change so much, bro.
And when I went back for Charlene funeral, I was looking around like, damn, they done like gentrified a lot, but a lot ain't changed. It got worse.
Now I was down there around the first of the year. I saw where they were building over by Mercy Hospital.
They tore Mercy down. That's where I'm
Yeah, but
going at.
they built them houses right over there where Mercy's lot was at. So it's a lot of
Oh
little row
yeah, I
houses
did
right
see
over
that.
there.
I did see that over there, Pipestone Empire.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, you
Man,
know what?
that's where I was housed at when my appendix had blew up in Mercy Hospital. Damn,
Damn, that happened here.
a lot of our records is gone.
Yeah, they in Lansing, whatever they could salvage.
So you think
'Cause,
we can get our record? I'm thinking a lot of stuff from the '70s and stuff like that is probably gone.
I had to send off for my no, it's in Lansing. I had to send off for my
Oh, it
birth
is?
certificate. Yeah, yeah, I had to send off for my birth certificate. It's in Lansing.
Hmm. I have to get to a lot of the transcripts about my health records and stuff like that when I was a kid.
Hell,
Yeah, I've only been
and frankly, we didn't go.
exactly. Wow. Well, you took me back.
Yeah, man. When I went there, when I was there, it was so nostalgic though. And Eric, he kept feeding me fucking gummies. So I'm like, oh, this is all a dream.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. And I'm asking questions like, damn, this, that. Cause Burton Street.
Burton, what is that? That name sounds so familiar. I'm thinking
Chicago,
about Grand Rapids, but Burton. What is it? What is the cross street by Burton?
Chicago
So
is
that's
the
over
name of the
by
street. That's on over across Highland Projects, them houses over in that way.
you got Chestnut,
Yep.
Burton. Because I used to own a house on Chestnut. That's how I know over there by Highland. And name Burton. I had to see it, but it's one of those side streets over there.
Yep.
Hmm.
That's the only area in Ben Harbor where you had grass in the alleys.
Wow. You no, I know. Yeah, I know where Burton at. I know where Burton at. Yep, I know right. Where's it? Damn, bro. When you sit
356
back, like
Burton.
when I went through Ben Harbor, then almost everything in the inner city is kind of dilapidated. We got things that we wish we had out in the Fairplain area that just kind of like just stagnated. The
Oh,
Targets and all those
Fairplain was
things.
the good neighborhood.
But it ain't that Fairplain on M139 and stuff like that.
Fairplain, you go there from Colfax to take you to Fairplain.
Okay, no, I'm thinking about M139 and stuff. Excuse me on the Fairplain. Uh, uh, the M139 area, by Chicken Coop and all those different places and stuff.
They used to be there. They used to be there. M130, the chicken coop in St. Joe now. Last I remember.
No, it's no, it ain't Chicken Coop no more. It's some other spot. Chicken Coop has some, but that batter was just different.
That hot sauce was just different. I would travel two
All,
hours right
all
now
of it.
just
When
for
you
that
caught that
hot sauce.
motherfucker fresh out the grease with that hot sauce,
My goodness.
yeah. Hey, shit, I jump on the plane and come back for some of the wings with that hot sauce and that.
Man, but hold on.
Woo!
Be like, man,
Yeah,
yeah, that was good.
yeah. You gotta eat them hot. You gotta eat them hot because when they get cold, they don't taste good.
Exactly. Yeah, oh, this is Granny
Damn, bro, you
funeral.
got me.
They was on M139. We stopped there. Me and my baby mom stopped there. I was like, "You gonna love the food here." We ended up eating the whole damn time we was there.
You know
Man,
some chicken coop was the only place that I like that they motherfucking breast. Like I don't like chicken breast at nowhere else, but chicken coop, it was something about they breast that I like.
yeah, and then you gotta think
But we
some people buy
like what?
halal.
I'm not
It's
familiar what that
different
is.
that like here halal means it's been prayed over. It's a different cut of meat, different cuts, but you get the same breast, but it's halal, but it's more natural.
Got you.
But yeah, man,
Got you.
man, I remember I had a catering order that somebody brought me their chicken that was halal. I had to taste sample, before it went out. I had to make sure it was tasting right. So I was like, this is magnificent. And there was different cuts. You know what the cuts were? Not fatty at all.
What's that?
It wasn't fatty.
Mm,
Nowadays, like now I know the chicken now. Of course, never mind, but there's so much fat content in the stuff we eat, but those
because
were good.
they're not looking at the quality, they're looking at the weight content.
Weight content. So you're exactly right.
Weight
So
content.
man, and look, when I count things, it might be short, but the whole content weighs a pound. So if this bag is short 3 pieces, they're looking at the whole package. The package weighs a certain amount, so it's gonna equal out. But yeah, you're right. You're right.
So now when you go back to dope contents, that's the water weight. That's the soda. That's the whip. That's how they doing it.
Hey,
As
we
long
can't
as
do
that weight content, when you get that
hey
motherfucker weigh 1,000 grams, that's how they bust
man,
it down.
hey look that you're correct. You're correct. That's why I like it weigh a certain way wet, and it weighs a certain way when you begin to use a safety pin or a
Yeah.
razor blade.
So that's how when you look at the food industry, they using the same system.
They
The
are,
same system.
and they draw you in the same way. When they start a promotion, you got big pieces. Oh, we love this. As soon as they draw you in, same price, different product, and you'll be chasing that same product, but at the end of the day, it's a different product.
Because now they didn't lighten your taste buds and everything. Now you chasing that euphoric feeling that you don't give a fuck. At first you would pay $5 for a piece the size of a shoe. Now you'll pay that same $5 for 3 strips.
Man, look. Hey, off camera, I know people watch this on a big level, so we're gonna chop it up because I know exactly. You're right. You're right. But
You know
my
something?
thing is, they send stuff that ain't worth nothing, ain't worth cooking. Throw it in the bath. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep it. I have to stay accountable for what I'm doing. So if this ain't even worth cooking, putting flour on, putting in the grease, no, never.
And
It doesn't account for nothing, and you can't give that to nobody. I refuse to give that to somebody. I ain't getting shot behind no bullshit.
it's crazy how you say that because even from the joint and working in the kitchen, I used to see that how like when they'll send certain number of chicken patties. So you know those are those thin, super breaded ones. And then the 8739s, those might be the thick, fully fluffy ones and stuff. So how they do it just like that.
Exactly. And then we got some shipments that got intercepted. We was like, oh, this is what we doing? You ever had a Burger King patty on some Wonder Bread? Oh my God, it's amazing.
Same soup warmed up.
Same thing. But hey, it is what it is. So,
You know, that might have started a whole new trend right there.
no,
The king is
it's,
back.
I said it on my page, but I say it here. If anybody paying attention, oh my goodness. And it was a whole box. I had a deep freezer at the time. So that bitch full of packs of fucking burgers. So yeah, and you put it with some Wonder Bread. Yes, it was amazing. It was lovely, and it should have been everything it was. We seasoned it to taste, and then it was a nice day.
Wonder meets the king. That's what y'all should have named.
Man, if it ever happens again, which it haven't happened since, they knew they messed up. But
But something though, bro, little stuff like that can start a windfall of people because people are looking for something different to follow. Different to follow, like you say, you run around and start with different color cups drinking and stuff. It started a phenomenon. You freeze up on me? Oh yeah,
no,
you
you
back.
good. You getting calls? You getting people hitting you
No,
up?
no, 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 no. No, no, no. Man, cuz I cussed my phone off like right now. Well, after Yuli had called, I cut the cellular service off, so now I'm just on Bluetooth. So if anybody calls me, shit, when I get into stuff like this now, I'm into my time. I'm not into whatever. I just that rebirth of that accident made me start my time first. Everything else is secondary.
Absolutely. And I've been staying off of Wi-Fi and using my data too, because some things happen through data. People stereo information through data and stuff like that. But through Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, they go on there. They see your router, they see who it is, and they have ways to actually go through. I did an episode about it. They actually have ways to go through it and take all your information from there. People ride down city streets looking for stuff, and they get it, and they be like, "Oh, you good as fuck."
As we just said, think about a couple, just a little bit about what we were saying. Yep, if I'm somewhere using somewhere before I get out there to compromise my information, that lets you know how quick it happens. Go in the store to
They
make a
they
purchase and come out, and then I'm getting a ding talking about decline to it. Like I was just over in California a week ago, and I went to the Bank of America because the place where I was at, they didn't take a debit card or credit card. So I ran around to Bank of America downtown LA and went to use my debit card, Bank of America debit card, and they locked the card. So I sat on the phone about 35 minutes to get to them. They said, yeah, there's a high rate of fraud going on in the area, so they flagging all cars to get used within a 50-mile radius of there. I
but
said,
remember where
wow,
you was at. Remember where you was at. They gonna get it.
I
They
know,
gonna get it in. You know what
I
I'm saying?
already know,
They good at it too.
I already know. That's why, I just looked at, as I was saying, with society, how, because it's like just as quick as these car companies come up with a way, shit, the criminals is find a way how to dethrone that.
Absolutely. No
This
lie
shit is
told.
this, it's it, it used to go back to the point where you could put a bad check in the mail and had a week or 2 weeks to juggle it or whatever the case may be. Now, shit, everything is instant. If that money ain't in there, goddamn it, you ain't leaving the store.
Yeah. Nobody write no checks. Nobody. And if they see a check, that's a red flag.
I still do write checks.
Yeah, but red flag.
Oh shit, they always go through. I let the gray hair fool
Motherfucker. All right. All right.
Hey, hey, I'm at the age I can play dumb and shit.
Yeah, for sure. But you know
You
what
know,
though?
and
Go ahead.
and on another note like that, that check works for somebody of age before a youngin. That's when it's a red flag.
And
It
they don't
wouldn't be
have
out
the
the norm for
patience
me.
time for that. Yeah.
And not only that, it wouldn't be the norm for me because I mean, it wouldn't be out the norm for me because think about it. If I go to a vendor and pop out a check, and when they look at my birthday or write my birthday down, they're like, "Shit, oh yeah, this is still your era."
It is still legal tender.
Not like somebody 25 to 30. That part for a lot of
Man,
yeah, if you so it's so crazy that now she said that shit. I'm back on the crib. It's time. We can't be a slave to the system. We gotta work it for us.
absolutely. I got some shit that's finna shock the world just by saying it to myself in manifestation. I'm doing it
Yeah.
because you have naysayers regardless.
I finished this say what now?
I say I'm gonna do some stuff that's
You
really
breaking
gonna.
up.
Can you hear me?
We about at that
Oh,
time now, ain't we, cuz?
yeah. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, it's about that
We got
time.
it. All right, well shit. Hit me up if you need me. I'm about to call Yuli back right now. Thank you, cuz. And you just let me know when we need to do this. And you see I'm back on count.
See if Yuli on deck.
All right, I'm ready to hit her right now.
All right, bet. Love you,
All right,
cuz.
I love you more, and I'll be hitting you some texts and letting you know what everybody talking about.
Exactly.
All right.